Hey guys, I recommend fast forwarding this part up until I get a hand ready, and then you guys can kind of see what's going on, what I'm trying to do. No hands, and we'll run a filter. Okay, so it's a very specific skill that I really want to get good at, and I've been kind of like drilling it here and there, but I actually just want to like really just drill it like hand after hand. So that's what I'm doing today. I want to be able to estimate what hands I need to fold for bluff to be profitable. I like to just be able to have a bluff spot on the river and know what hands I need to fold at half pot or full pot or 2/3 pot or whatever to make my play good. And if I actually end up getting to the river with a hand, I'll just pretend I have a bluff. That's not a good spot to do because I like check called the turn. That's not a good spot either. Okay, let's. That one's really too fucking hard, so we'll skip. Let's see. Okay, I think this is an interesting spot. So we ISO, we bet turn. So what do I think I need to fold out? If I was to bet like 2/3 here, what do I need to make fold to turn a profit? Depends how many underpairs he's calling, which could be quite a lot. I guess there's a bunch of King X in his range, which is like never folding. Let's look at his win percentage. Okay, so if I had to guess, I think we would, if we bet 2/3, we would need to make every underpair fold. But that could be really wrong. So yeah, now we'll like test it out. So I'm just saying like if every underpair folds to 2/3, then we can fire this bet. And then we'll look at his range. So I think King Jack / King Queen are equals, 24. And 9 through deuce deuce minus the sets will be. I have a 9. Well, let's pretend I don't have a 9. Let's say I have a 9. So that would take that down to 21, and this would be, what is it? 5, let's say 4. It's like 25 combos. I don't think Ace Jack Ace Queen is much of his range, and then there's like, maybe like 5 to 10 FDs draws. Then 5X, right? 5X would be Ace 5 suited. 6/5 suited, 5/4 suited, 7/5 suited. We'll just do that, which isn't perfect, but that's 3/3/2/3. That's 11. And then there's like King 9 through King Deuce suited. That equals so King Deuce, King 3, King 6, King 7, King 8, King 9. That's about King 8. That's about 3 combos each. So that's 4 combos I mentioned. So that's 12 plus king 9, king 5, king 4, another 3, 5, 7, so 19. So he has like 40 combos, king X that never fold. We could delete these and just be like 40 combos, king X that never fold. I mean, maybe it's less because maybe like king queen, king jack raise pre. I'm actually, yeah, I need to discount that more. Let's just say 35. And then he has like all these weak hands, so like flush draws. Let's say 5 combos flush, 5 flush draws that always fold. Just conservative. So if we bet 2/3, we need him to fold about 43% of the time, right? So we just need like another 25 combos. And so he doesn't have to fold every underpair. He can call with an underpair like 2/3 of the time, it seems, and we could still turn a profit here on our bluff. I said he had to fold every underpair, and that's not the case. If you want to discount king, queen, king, jack more often, which I think you should, given how much he actually PFRs. I think we should, like, we gave him 16 combos of king, queen, king, jack, but I really think it's closer to like, I mean, I think we have to take away half of the 21. I mean, I think it has to be at least this. So we took away like half the combos of king, queen, king, jack, which is like pretty ambitious already, and that might lead the turn, right? And we forgot pocket fours. I don't know if like underpairs ever fold pre. 9/9 might raise pre, but I block 9/9 anyways. It's like not a big deal. Actually, my hand's kind of cool because like we block king jack, we block king 9 suited, and like the only pocket pair we block is pocket 9s. Anyways, he has 33 combos that never fold. He always calls pocket 4s on the turn, which we don't know. So it looks like you don't need him to fold every underpair. That's kind of cool to note. Like, we don't need him to always fold 8s. You can call with 8s 1/3 of the time, and we still have like a decent bluff. If you want to take off more king queen, king jack, and that always raises pre, which is actually pretty reasonable given his RFIs, then his range I think really shrinks. He's limped and called with like ace jack suited before though, so like that's very reasonable that he actually has those. I shouldn't discount them more. So we just need him to fold his underpairs like 2/3 of the time, and I think that's a worthy try. He could have ace jack, ace queen too, which would be this should be very nice. Kind of bluff off here. And yeah, like I think it's a reasonable bluff. I think it's a very good hand for this. I think it's one of the best hands we can have that I actually get to river with. So yeah, I like it. I don't think 1/3 is good. So if we go 1/3, so we can think about that size. If we go 1/3, we need him to fold. I think 1/4 of the time we'll break even with 1/3. So we need to fold 25% of his range. And like all his pairs are the same. So like, yeah, you get the flush draws to fold, the occasional ace jack, ace queen. I don't know how often that's in there. But the underpair just called with too high of a frequency, I think, for third pot. You could end up just getting called like really close to 100% of the time. So I don't think that this is good. It should just be like a 2/3 bet. Yeah. It's a really bad bet. So yeah, this is what I mean just about like drilling the combos. Just keep doing this exercise over and over, and then being able to do that in game. Okay, so bluffs here. So he ISO is going to be super hard to range in. Checks back flop. That makes it a bit easier. It just calls turn. Makes it a lot easier. So if we were to 2/3 here, what would we need to make fold? Certainly not a jack. Like, I think if you just got like ace king, ace queen to fold, and then some under pairs, some like 4x or something, you'd have a pretty good bluff on your hands. Although it's really hard to range in. So I think ace king / ace queen make a pretty dominant showing here. I think that's 32 combos, but maybe you discount it to 24 just arbitrarily. I think they're arguably more dominant than that. I think 10x is really unlikely, and we'll give him like jack x, we'll give him like 10 combo, 12 combos or something. I can't fully do it. Like, think about it, it's too hard. 9/9 through deuce deuce. There's a potential like 42 there or something, something like that. 42 or 48. The lower one's just really unlikely to raise pre, so I think we're looking at like 12. I think like 9s, 8s, 7s are really likely actually. So I think it's like closer to 20. And then I think 2 spades are really unlikely, but we'll give them like flush equals 5, which is like, we'll give it 3, just like really ambitious. And missed flush draw equals like, that can be a lot of combos, especially like ace x of hearts. That can really check back here. I think 10 pretty likely. Like, I think 15 is pretty fair, just like ace x hearts, king x hearts types of hands. I think that's a lot of his range. And I guess some of his missed flush draws have a 6 of hearts in them, so it's like 6 of hearts hands, 2, like whatever. And yeah, I think that's about his range. And if you're betting like 2/3 pot, you know, fold 43% of the time. And let's say, so jack x, always, right? Flush is another always, so that's 15. He has a total of 44, 56, 58, 73 combos. So you need him to fold like 35, about 33 combos or so. This always folds. So it's like, if you just got him to fold this and this, you're like printing money. That's 39 combos. So you actually don't need him to fold any pairs for you to bluff this one. There's no need to make him fold a pair. You just need him to fold miss flush draws and ace high. And that is like an argument for going like tinier, I suppose, because you don't need to bet that much to make ace high fold, I imagine. So, you know, maybe like 450, 500. Because now you're kind of just printing money, and like you don't have to rely on him folding a 6 or 9s through deuces. Just bet like 500. He folds around half the time. You only need to fold a third of the time, and you're printing money. Whereas if you bet 2/3, he probably just folds like a little bit more than that now, and you're just wasting money. So I think half pot works really well. I'm not a big fan of a third pot. This ace high is my call now. But, yeah. I don't know if that's a call. I'm not analyzing it. And, this is just a stupid hand. What do I need him to fold? Okay, we'll try and analyze this one. I don't know, like, it was a 5-3 bet. Who fucking knows? I shouldn't be raising the turn low. It was a 5-3 bet. I don't know. How many combos would you give him regardless? I don't know. He could defend a fuck ton of fives. Does he 3-bet or not? It's the question. 5x of diamonds, 5x of spades are certainly going to get 3-bet, I think. 8-5, certainly going to 3-bet. So yeah, I mean, I think his range is like, there's a lot of flush draws in his range. Ace-X of diamonds, Ace-X of spades is going to make up. Well, that would have 3-bet pre a lot. And then a lot of those can be pairs. So just like Ace-8 plus is likely to 3-bet. Especially he's like aggressive player. This is like my four-handed HUD, but I have a regular HUD. He's like more aggressive. So it's just hard to give him like that many Ace-8 suited plus. There's like King-8 suited, but still like King-10, King-Jack, King-Queen suited might 3-bet. So that's like not a ton, and then the other ones are pairs. I think like pair with a flush draw is very reasonable for his range. But I don't know, maybe it was like 20 something combos, 20, 30 combos of flush draws, just because like 10-9 is 2, Jack 10 is 2, Queen 10 is 2, Ace-3 of diamonds, Ace-4 of spades, Ace-6 of spades, X6 of diamonds, Ace-7 of spades, etc. You're looking at probably like 20, 30 combos of those, and then it's like, how many 5x does he actually have? Like 9-5 off probably doesn't defend, 10-5 off. Like it probably is like Ace-5 off, maybe 5-4 off, maybe 6-5 off is in there. This one's really hard to analyze. I think I'm fine with skipping. What do I need to fold here if I was to put in a 2/3 bet? I don't know. His range is just so ace heavy. And then like the occasional like flush. Like if you're going to bet, it's like a bet that makes an ace fold. And a bet that makes an, like you have to make an ace fold. And it doesn't have to be every ace, I would guess, but if you're betting pot, I think you just like need him to fold, if he has right, like just getting him to fold ace jack. I think just getting him to fold like Ace-8 suited is gonna be pretty nice. So we'll see. So let's say he gets to the river with like, he's fairly tight, but still like Ace-X suited. I'm certainly not going to count it that much. Ace-Deuce to Ace-8 suited, I think, is in there a lot, and that equals, I don't know, around 21 combos or so. Then Ace-Jack and Ace-Queen. Ace-Queen heavily discounted, like, let's discount Ace-Queen by 2/3, so that would be 12 minus 2/3, so that's 4. Ace-Jack will count by half, that's 6, so that would equal 10. We'll do like this. Equals 6, Queen equals 4. That might be important later, and then it's like 9x of clubs equals, I don't don't know, 3 just to go quickly. And then I guess is like airball hands still add to our EV. Let's just say like airballs 3, like king queen, king jack. I don't know. I think those bet flop a lot. So yeah, if you bet full pot, you can fold half his range, and it's really just like I can't think of too many. Let's give him some 10x. Like there's like not that many because like the offsuit isn't really defending that often. Oh, ace 9 suited. 2, ace 10 equals, we'll give him like 3 because that's flop a lot. And then just, yeah, I'm not sure what else. There was another hand on my tongue. I forgot. And we'll give him like 10x equals 2. Just give him like 2 combos of 10x randomly. And I think that's it. So this would be like 2, 5, 7, 10, 16 combos of like these good aces that have a hard time folding. 17, 20 combos. So yeah, if you get him to fold like all his ace 8, you kind of need him to fold like almost all of his ace 8 through ace deuce. Turn a profit here, which I think is reasonable. And it's a very good bluff if you have like a jack or a queen in your hand, especially like a jack. So if we check like king jack, which I would, a queen jack, which I can, I think those are very reasonable follow throughs. I think 8-7 type hands are not very good follow throughs. So yeah, I think this would be a pretty good bet. Yeah, I already went over this hand myself. And yeah, we'll just do one more. I'm getting tired. I'm gonna skip this hand. Yeah, it's not worth it. This hand's gonna be stupid. I don't know, it was like a hard hand to find the bluff, right? So what do you need to fold? Is it like, do I have any bluffs, potential bluffs? So it's like, I could see my ace-x of clubs going for the tiny bet here, peeling the check raise, peeling the turn bet unhappily. Just like, need like his flush draws that made a pair to fold. And I don't know how many queen x he has. I don't know. Sounds too tricky. Okay. Cool spot. Yeah, I'm out of energy. We're gonna call this a session. I can't do anymore.